Yo, my dudes, what's going on? David here, and welcome to another reaction. This episode, we are diving into The Good Place, Season 1, Episode 6, called What We Owe to Each Other. Hopefully, you've been enjoying the series. Hopefully, you are having a wonderful day. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Head on over to Patreon for the full, uncut, unedited reactions over there. Episodes extra early over there as well. But with that being said, buckle your seatbelts. Let's ride.
I need to figure out a way.
This is a
to
lose-lose,
help him
Eleanor.
and not help him at the same time.
That's literally not possible.
Oh, really? I once posed as a hot prom date for my cousin, both helping him and later, according to his therapist, not helping him.
Oh, Season 1, Episode 6 of The Good Place. Don't go, Michael. Please don't go. You're one of the greatest things about this show. Please do not leave. Eleanor, you better save this. Some way, somehow. You better save him. Don't let him leave. Oh, man. Him and Janet together are pure gold. Pure freaking gold. I think I speak for everyone when I say that. Don't go. You better not go, man. I'm going to be so pissed if Michael leaves. All right, though, man. Season 1, Episode 6 of The Good Place. And that episode was fun. And so, here. I've been thinking about this show a lot lately whenever I'm not watching it. And so what I've come to, the realization is that although, some of the comedy goes over my head, the show itself, I've even said it in previous episodes, is too damn good. It's too good. The story is amazing, awesome, and I'm only 6 episodes in. The comedy is there, I feel like, as a secondary thing, because to me it's the story that you need to care about the most when you watch this show. It's the characters and the story going on. And so the fact that they throw comedy in there is just awesome, man. This show is freaking awesome. Basically though, again, we pick up where we left off, with Eleanor helping out Michael now as an assistant, because Tahani, stepped down and said that Eleanor should pick it up and be the assistant. And so that's what we're doing here. I thought I've never watched Friends, from season 1 to whatever season it ended, straight through or whatever. But I have caught episodes here and there. So I know, obviously, character names and stuff like that. And so the fact that they were doing like Friends references and stuff like that, and in some cases taking shots at Friends, I thought that was cool. I thought it was really awesome. But basically, Eleanor is helping Michael. Michael's a mess in the beginning of this episode. He's stressed out. You can tell he's got like a 5 o'clock shadow going. He's got, he's not as spiffy as he normally looks. He's got the tie all loose. Everything's a mess with Michael. And the fact that he brought up the whole 9-dimension thing, that was kind of cool. I keep forgetting that Michael isn't like Eleanor and everyone else. He's like the real deal. And so basically they have a conversation and Eleanor comes up with the idea that, hey, let's go out and have fun. We won't work or anything. We'll be stress free. We'll just have fun. And so, the whole episode, they are, doing that. They're having fun. They're having a good time, and Michael seems to be forgetting about that whole the whole situation with the hole and everything. Like, he's not stressing work out anymore. So that was good to see. It was good to see him in his element, kind of sort of laughing and having a good time. Meanwhile, while all that's going on, we have Chidi helping out Jianyu because Tahani wants to hang out with her soulmate and have a good time and have a conversation, because she's super happy that he's talking now. And Jianyu, as we can tell now for 2-3 episodes, does the man have a brain cell, man? The guy is ridiculous. The guy is so bad on so many levels. It's insane. So obviously he's not very comfortable going into the situation alone. And so he begs Chidi to, come along with. Obviously, Chidi doesn't want to do that, but he does anyways. Tahani doesn't even want him to be there. But there he is, helping. And the whole time, Jianyu is just making like stupid comments, and Chidi has to like squeeze in there and like, you know, stop him from saying something stupid, or stop him from, you know, in a sense revealing himself as not, you know, her soulmate or whatever. And so what I thought was really cool about that was the fact that in doing all of that, in helping with Chidi helping Jianyu, it's almost like Tahani and Chidi were soulmates, because there's similarities. They can you know, have conversations. They both seem like very intelligent people that, you know, belong here, obviously. And so it was kind of cool seeing that unravel. I don't think they'll, you know, sort of act on that, but to see it kind of like how Chidi understands what Tahani wants is like really cool, because I didn't see it up until this point where I was like, oh, wait, could this be a thing? And so that was really cool. Janet is gold. I say it all the time. Janet is one of my favorite characters in the show. Just her whole AI sort of way of going about stuff is awesome. I love it. She's always doing something that makes me laugh, even though I'm not like necessarily in the mood to laugh. Sometimes she'll just do something ridiculous, and there I am laughing. But basically, you know, we get to the end. Michael's all bummed again. He takes his blazer off to put a hoodie on, and I thought this was gonna be like a like sort of dark side, you know, like you don't want to mess with this kind of Michael. But no, it was just a depressed Michael. You know, not knowing what else to do, feeling hopeless, and so he lays down in the restaurant, and Eleanor, you know, goes up to him and pretty much says that, like, you know, no matter what, you know, I'm by your side. And like, you can tell, like, with her, with the way she's been carrying herself, like the Chidi lessons that she's been sitting down and learning from, they're really starting to pay off. Because her, like, how Eleanor was when she was on Earth was awful. She was probably like one of the worst people you could ever be friends with or even know. Like, that's how bad it is. She is just awful. I don't know how anyone would trust her house sitting in their house, anything, especially with a pet, anything. I don't know how people do that when it comes to her, but it's really cool to see how far along she's come. She's on a number of occasions now has came off as, you know, a very mature version of herself. You know, she's definitely developing very good people skills, very good sort of compassionate. I don't know. She just comes off very, very different, but in a good way. She's not thinking like she once was, especially nowhere near what she was on Earth. Does she have every now and then occasions where she, you know, goes off track and does her bad things again? Of course. Absolutely. She's not perfect. But the fact that she, you know, usually reels it back in and fixes the situation is, you know, remarkable. I love it. I'm telling you, the story itself is so much fun. It's so much fun to see, you know, just how much she's evolved in such little time. I'm 6 episodes in and she's already shown crazy improvement. It blows my mind. And then at the end, obviously, we hear that Michael is now blaming himself. And I do not like the sign of that. That really bothers me. It makes me very nervous because I love Michael in the show. I think character-wise, he adds a lot to the show. And if he were to leave, that would not mean good. I just don't see a good situation coming out of that. And so I'm hoping that Eleanor, I don't know. It's like every single time I get to the end of the episode, I'm like, oh my God, where do we go next? Because if she comes clean, she's out. If she throws Jianyu under the bus, there's the risk that he might say the same about her, or there's the risk that that's not the right thing to do anyways. Or if she continues to do what she's doing, then there's going to be there's always going to be repercussions for everything that she, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a lose-lose for her. She really can't win in this situation. So it's very interesting to see. I don't know what she does at this point. Could you imagine going to the good place, them telling you don't belong, and then kicking you down to like the bad place? I would hate that with a passion. That would be ridiculous. But I mean, episode wise, I'd probably give it an 8. I want to go 9. You know what? Let's go 9. I'm gonna give it a 9 just because I had that much fun with this episode. And you know, it's, to me, it's always comedy aside. The story was really cool. The story was really fun. And Chidi had very funny moments, and even Jianyu, who, you know, obviously I say isn't the brightest person in the world. And so, I don't know, to me, humor, when it comes to humor, if somebody's not, if your comedy is just that you do dumb things, I usually don't care for it. I usually don't laugh at it. But for some reason, in this episode, it wasn't bad. He's not smart, but it wasn't bad. I don't know why. It didn't bother me as much as it normally does. And then obviously Tahani, I have a whole different set of feelings towards her. Like, after that episode that showed like how her life was on Earth, I will never talk. I don't think I'll ever talk down on Tahani again, because she had it rough. She had it really rough. But yeah, man, there's so many good characters in the show, and I'm sure there's so many more that still have yet to be introduced. And once they do, I'm sure they'll bring it to. It's crazy, man. This story is awesome. But that's the episode. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. Hopefully you enjoyed the reaction. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Head on over to Patreon for the full, uncut, unedited reactions over there. Episodes extra early over there as well. But with that being said, that is all the time I have for this episode. Thank you so much for joining me. I will catch you guys later. Bees, guys.